Hello again, team. So right now it's Sunday, May 12th. I am pre-recording this video for Monday, May 13th. I will be traveling between Monday and Tuesday, so I will just not be able to deliver this message live. I really wish I was able to because it's just so important. Now, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a transcript. This is a conversation I had just a couple of days ago with a being named Kinetic, who is a Pleiadian being with the Galactic Federation Security Council. Kinetic contacted me, which is typically very rare. I don't talk to them too often other than the monthly Galactic Federation summits, and he said that he had a very urgent message for humanity at this time. Just an FYI, before we get into the information, I'm going to try and read it slow because it is so packed with, I would say, downloads, activations. It's like every word they use is so specific and just so loaded, I feel. So I will try and read it slow, but this is a video you may want to re-listen to again. And I'm so sorry, but these solar flares are really hitting me, so my throat chakra is pretty shot. You probably hear it in my voice. But despite that, I really just need to get this message across. Okay, so let's begin. And if you see me reading or looking down, it's because I'm looking at this page. Kinetic. Greetings, Galactic volunteers. I have come today to bring you important updates about your planetary evolution. There's a lot of movement happening beyond your veil, which is prompting this message to you at this time. Recently, forces outside of our galaxy have converged into our solar system. These forces are both friendly and not friendly. They have come to witness the unfolding happening on your planet. We have been in ongoing meetings and discussions with these visitors. They understand that this is the time of your evolution as well as your choice. In the coming months and years, more of these visitors will be appearing in our solar system. Naturally, their curiosity to visit Earth will create more contact. Our council continues to tell them that the prophecy cannot be pushed and that humanity is not yet ready to make a choice. Me. Wow, okay, let me unpack this a bit so we can fully understand everything you are mentioning. So let's start off with exactly who is visiting. Where are they coming from and what are their intentions? Kinetic. There are many species coming in from vast distances across the universe, and they have varied intentions. There are groups who are extensions of the Galactic Federation and are here to support our earthly aid. There are also groups arriving that do not have the best intentions for humanity, who are wanting to support the malevolent forces. Me. Why are they coming now? It feels like we are a long way from ascending. Kinetic. From our perspective, you are currently ascending, and the time is now. We have been waiting for this moment since the beginning of Earth's creation and the prophecy realization. Me. Is there a potential for a galactic war outside of Earth? Are the malevolent forces aggressive? Are you concerned with them being so close to us? Kinetic. Yes, we do have deep concerns as they are unfamiliar with this territory and the regulations in place with the beings who have been interacting with Earth. They have little regard for universal law. We are closely monitoring the situation as this is an important time to let humanity choose without influence. Me. Can the other benevolent beings who have arrived help with mitigating their influence or at least keeping them separated from humanity? Kinetic. Yes. Luckily, as it stands, our forces outweigh theirs. However, the numbers have not stopped them in the past. Our biggest concern is that they will either act before you have fully ascended, or after the ascension, they will feel threatened and act then. Me. You talk about us making a choice. What do you mean by that? Kinetic. Within the prophecy, it states that the species which will end the war of all wars has to undergo certain experiences in order to understand the fluctuations of the universe. Once this civilization understands both sides, they must choose which one they will stand for, either unification or separation. The malevolent beings fear that you will choose unity and join the Galactic Federation, which is why they feel the need to stop you before it happens. Me. Can you remind us why everyone seems to care so much about us and our ultimate choice? How does that choice impact them? Aren't there many civilizations just like ours moving into different vibrations and evolving? Kinetic. Certainly, Elizabeth. Your species is special due to the genetic makeup of your DNA structure. As you know by now, you are a hybrid being mixed with many different species, which has helped you evolve exponentially faster than many others in similar dimensions. The prophecy stated that a species with a mix of DNA would go on to make a choice and join forces with unity, and when they do, the galactic wars in the universe would cease and a great time of peace would ensue. Me. Can you expand on why peace would happen if we chose unity? Kinetic. You may not see it right now, but your species is highly advanced. Once you fully embody and activate all of your genetic abilities, you end up becoming some of the greatest masters and leaders in this universe, ones that cannot be stopped through technology or force. Me. If we are that powerful, then what happens if we chose the lower vibrational DNA? What happens if we chose separation rather than unity? Kinetic. Of course, all possibilities exist, and we have seen this as well. Great destruction and potentially complete annihilation would take place if your civilization chooses separation. Your power will be used against us, and there will be no stopping you. Me. What happens if we evolve and some of us choose the light and some of us choose darkness? Kinetic. A divide is inevitable, but it's the decision of the majority that we are most concerned with. Me. So how will all of these new beings in our solar system impact humans at this time? What was the main message you intended to give us? Kinetic. It is inevitable that more craft sightings will happen with the influx of visitors, and more abductions will also take place. Your governments will need to act both privately and publicly in regard to these matters. I felt the need to connect with the Earthbound Galactic volunteers to give them a warning. You will feel the pressure for Ascension building. you will feel the frequency around you changing. The likely possibility for a big solar event is mounting. Some of the newly arriving galactic councils are suggesting that the big solar event will be the fastest way to evolve. However, they are unaware of how fragile your species is. We have deep concerns for your safety and future. Our Federation believes in a more gradual shift, which will allow for the ascension while mitigating the overall damage. Many of you will feel weak, exhausted, and other symptoms of unwell. Do not fear. This is all a part of the cellular evolution you are going through. I wanted to relay the message of being prepared. This is the time to plan for all possibilities. Me. How will we know when the ascension has completely taken place? How will we know if or when humanity has made the choice? Also, what if the bad ETs are conspiring with the shadow governments and potentially making things worse here? Kinetic. As stated earlier, the ascension is already taking place. There is no start or end date, as it will just continue to happen. Each of you are capable of moving into that timeline much earlier than the rest of humanity. Once humanity collectively chooses the unity vibration, full intergalactic contact will be made. That is how you will know. Specifically, when choosing unity, it will be contact with the Galactic Federation and our constituents. There is a high likelihood of ill-intentioned behavior on the part of the malevolent groups. We are monitoring them and having meetings regularly regarding these matters. Me. What can we do right now to either help you or help the planet? In some ways, I feel anxious that there's so much going on and it's all out of my control. Kinetic. Many of you are doing much more than you know. We are calling upon our ambassadors and advisors at this time to offer up assistance. Many of you have been pulled from your body for long periods of time in order to help us. This experience may leave you feeling tired, lightheaded, and dizzy. Many of you are working overtime attempting to help both realms. We are aware of your earthly responsibilities and want you to know that all will be rewarded for their efforts in time. Many of the retired starseeds, as you have labeled it, are doing just as much work as the volunteers who were sent with a specific mission. Those with a specified earthly path are like pieces to the puzzle. However, the ones who are currently planted there without a direction are like the glue which keeps the puzzle together. We are in need of each of you at this time. Physically, there is nothing you can do to assist. Energetically, you are either choosing to create the new earth or choosing to feed the old one. It isn't just the materialized thoughts we are concerned with. It is the frequency to which each thought is in. For example, you could be observing the state of your kitchen and either enjoying the mess as just one part of the whole, or be triggered by the mess because it isn't in the state that you would prefer. I am bringing awareness to the understanding that it isn't about changing or controlling the state of reality in its material form. It's about changing your perception of the reality through harnessing the frequency of observation. Then, and only then, will the material function of your reality change, both individually and collectively. I'm going to reread that one sentence because I think it's really important. Okay. I'm going to read this paragraph again, one sec. I am bringing awareness to the understanding that it isn't about changing or controlling the state of reality in its material form. It's about changing your perception of reality through harnessing the frequency of observation. Then and only then will the material function of your reality change, both individually and collectively. Me. Okay, wow. I feel like there was a shift in me when I received that message. I personally struggle a lot with control and outcomes, probably as some sort of defense mechanism. But what you're saying here is to let go of the controlling outcome and to just focus on the perception, and the outcome will change that way. Basically, it's all about the present moment. It feels like something in there clicked, so thank you for that, Kinetic, and all of these messages. Is there any last thing you would like to tell us before we disconnect? Kinetic. You are not alone. We are right by your side. We have deep compassion and love for humans and your current state of being. We understand that it is difficult to balance. We urge you to take responsibility for your awareness and frequency output. We remind you that you are at the end of this cycle. We remind you that you are powerful beings, more powerful than any other force attempting to restrain you. We remind you that you are here for a reason and that things will improve. We love you infinitely. Me. Thank you, Kinetic, and all those who tuned in. This is the time. The time is now, and we are ready. Thank you all so much for being with us on this journey. Please share with others who you think this could impact. And be extra kind to yourself during these times of great solar flares. We're all in this together, so please focus on your intention. Focus on where your energy is flowing. Focus on your focus. And if you want to hear more from the Galactic Federation, you can check out some of our previous Galactic Federation summits or tune in to a future Galactic Federation summit. Until next time, I will see all of you in the New Earth frequency. Bye for now.